In Burgenland, wine is grown from the northeast down to the region's southernmost point. At the beginning of the last century, the winemakers worked in the service of the Hungarian crown. On the banks of the wide but shallow Lake Neusiedl, cultivation of powerful red, white, and sweet wines is still going strong. The influence of the Hungarian puszta reveals itself in the area through the presence of several small lakes. The east bank of Lake Neusiedl, the so-called Heideboden, due to its hot and dry climate and the sandy, porous soil, enjoys excellent prerequisites for the cultivation of premium, powerful white and red wines. The northern Heideboden region borders on the higher-lying Pondorf Plateau. Its south-facing slopes, with its lime and loam-rich soil, produces exceptionally dense and complex red wines. Old and new complete each other on the eastern bank of Lake Neusiedl as well. The red wines of Lake Neusiedl are on the road to success. Out in front is the Blaue Zweigelt, followed closely by the Blaufränkisch, St. Laurent, and the Pinot Noir. The Seewinkel area, with its sandy soil and abundance of small lakes and ponds, enjoys a microclimate which favors the noble rot necessary for sweet wines like nowhere else in the world. For that reason, the Seewinkel on Lake Neusiedl can, along with France's Sauternes and Hungary's Tokaj, count itself among the 3 best sweet wine regions in the world. The west bank of Lake Neusiedl offers an array of wine varieties like nowhere else. The climatic influences of this uniquely large and shallow lake provide the grapevines a mild and tranquil environment to mature. Along the Leite Ridge, the vineyards are bordered on one side by the lake and on the other by the final foothills of the Alps. White, red, and sweet wines are able to reach their absolute peak. The focus of cultivation lies with white wine varieties such as Chardonnay and Pinot Blanc, the Sauvignon Blanc, and specialty wines like the traditional Furmint. The islands of primary stone along the Leite Ridge also allow the Riesling and Grüne Veltliner to flourish with particular esprit. The stony slopes of these geologically diverse hills are also first-class red wine locations. Scattered deposits of mica slate help the grapes mature into wines filled with character and fine traces of mineral, from the Blaufränkisch and Zweigelt to the elegant Pinot Noir. One particular specialty is the sweet wine produced in and around Rust. Under the label Ruster Ausbruch, it was first exported hundreds of years ago and served in the finest palaces, from those of the Habsburgs to the Tsar in St. Petersburg. The wine-growing tradition in the rolling hills along Lake Neusiedl is being carried forward by a young generation of vintners. They understand how to utilize the interplay between the climate and the soil. On the warm soil, the vines can develop dense and aromatic wines. The grapes are treated gently. Modern cellar technology guarantees quality. One appreciates progress and has respect for tradition. Moderate temperatures, plenty of sunshine, and ample humidity provide for a wealth of aromatic and mature wines in the Neusiedl Hills, whites as well as reds. Red wines also grow in a forested area which is influenced by the northern part of Lake Neusiedl and helps them reach top quality, the Blaufränkisch of central Burgenland. Deep-reaching, heavy sand and loam soils, which are able to store large amounts of water, form the foundation for red wines that are accentuated with tannins and full of character. Some of the most successful wine growers profit from old vineyards, some up to 80 years old. They yield less wine, but the product is top quality. This secluded area located close to the Hungarian border was, through the introduction of the first DAC red wine, propelled into the center of wine interest. Quite recently, the area began marketing Blaufränkisch wines with the label Mittelburgenland DAC. Their taste is quite typical of the area. The bolder variation of this wine carries the Extra Reserve label. Wines from the Zweigelt, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Merlot varieties are also grown here. 4 villages set the tone: Deutschkreuz, Horizont, Lutzmannsburg, and Neckenmarkt. The vintners realized early on that investing in state-of-the-art technology for the production of red wines was essential for developing export opportunities. Today, an up-and-coming group of winemakers with a spirit of togetherness guarantees both quality and success. A wine-growing area with particular allure stretches along the Hungarian border in southern Burgenland, the Eisenberg. The southeast-facing open vineyards allow the vines to fully benefit from the warm climate. Most notably, pioneering achievements are being made with red wines, where the Blaufränkisch grows in some extremely old vineyards on soil containing high levels of iron. This gives the wine a particular spice and power of expression. There are other wine enclaves to discover, like the Chatterberg near Kofedisch or the White Wine Island near Rechnitz. Another specialty is the Uhudler, a simple bitter rosé produced from nearly extinct vines which still grow around Heiligenbrunn. A large share of what is produced is sold by the many wine taverns in the area. Burgenland, where old and new unite together.